107 Tire and Service Center, we pride ourselves on being professional and reliable while giving you an honest service at an affordable price. From alternators, brakes, and computer diagnostics to motors and transmissions, most repairs come with a 12-month and 12,000-mile warranty on parts and labor. Need tires? We have those too. Major brands such as Cooper, Hankook, Michelin, and more. We are a family-owned and operated business located at 6256 Irwin Highway, Chuckey, Tennessee. Call or stop by today for a quote or repair. 423-620-4970.
At Carrier, we've always understood the unique challenges of heating, ventilating, and air conditioning in healthcare settings. And since inventing modern air conditioning in the early 1900s, we've continued to create innovative solutions to overcome them. How do we do that? By looking at air differently. From integrated HVAC system design and optimization to control and service, our experts can help you see innovative ways to improve air quality throughout your facility. It's a process that allows you to see even greater benefits, like meeting specific air and ventilation requirements to manage infection control, and enhancing health and comfort through more localized control of air temperature and ventilation, both of which can yield increased patient satisfaction scores, and even improve staff productivity. So whether you need HVAC solutions for new construction, replacements, or temporary supply, turn to the experts at Carrier. We'll work with you to provide an optimized continuum of air for your continuum of care. For more information about our products, resources, and services, and to connect with your local expert, visit carrier.com/healthcare.
We take many precautions to stay protected. Online protection requires the same amount of precaution. Cybercrime is a $6 trillion industry. Roughly 158 people fall victim to this type of crime every second, and a business will be compromised every 11 seconds. In the last 3 years alone, the number of malicious websites has increased by 130%. Bottom line, you need protection from someone you trust. Call Computer Pros for protection plans as low as $4 a month.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any CoolRay, Bight Box, or Mr. Plumber service.
With the Buttkicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Buttkicker, the future is feeling.
Incorporated, they've strived for over 35 years to make their name stand out in great customer service and quality work. They know the two go hand in hand. Without the support of Southern Delaware, they could not continue to grow and provide the services they do today. Their welders have many years of experience and are certified in both structural steel and pipe. They're committed to getting the job done right, and that's what makes the difference. Marvels looks forward to working with you and thanks you for the opportunity to show you how they strive to be Southern Delaware's #1 welding shop. Marvels Portable Welding. Find them on Facebook.
Get the most horsepower from your great engine with Fabrication headers and exhaust. Fabrication headers and exhaust is an official partner of the American Crate All-Star Series and used by winning racers such as Dylan Brown, Logan Robertson, Carson Ferguson, Christian Hanger, Cody Overton, and Eli Beats. Fabrication headers and exhaust, just a click of a mouse away at profabrication.com. Quality that wins. Get yours at profabrication.com.
Welcome in here, race fans, to the Grove Speedway here tonight for the next round of the Pro Late Model Dirt Series, presented by ShowMeDirt.com. We welcome you here to the Keystone State, and it's one of the trickiest tracks on the schedule here for these drivers. Which one of these drivers will be able to tame this beast where sprint cars reign supreme? And which one of these guys are going to put themselves in victory lane, along with some of the other drivers that have done it this season. Chase Wascom comes back in here to the night at the Grove Speedway as having the top spot in the championship standings. He only took 1 week off of the top spot before he took the crown back, and he's looking to extend that points championship lead here tonight. Cars are starting to make their way to the Speedway here tonight for the 946 Designs Heat Race number 1. Let's take you down trackside and look at your starting lineup, brought to us by Damion, Patton Real Estate. This is starting lineup for Heat Race number 1. Starting the number 37 on the front row, he goes by the name of Brandon Marlowe. Tater Williams in the 182 entry. He'll roll off P number 2. Starting back in P number 3, having himself a stretch of good luck here on the Wednesday evenings. This is Justin Glenhill driving the 511 entry. Driving out of Huntley, Illinois, driving the number 11 Illinois, the Empire Race Team. This is Brian Hacker. He'll go 5th. Or 4th. 5th will go to the number 51 of Jacob Lassiter. Starting in position number 6, driving the 3 out of Greenville, Tennessee, this is Cody Early. Todd Ricker making his second ever start with the Pro Late Model Dirt Series here tonight for the Rumble at the Grove, presented by Marvel Welding. As that is Heat Race number 1 starting line. Of course, Heat Race number 1 brought to us by our friends over at 946 Designs. You want to look sharp when you're out there on the Speedway? Well, head on over to 946 Designs today, and the guys over there, that group, can knock it out of the ballpark. There they are on the Speedway, though, race fans. Everybody is locked, loaded, and ready to go. 7 drivers, Heat Race number 1. It looks like we should only have 3 heat races, actually, if I can count that correctly. It'll be 3 heat races here tonight. So everybody out onto the Speedway. We got some great shots around the Grove Speedway right here. Right now, sitting in turn number 3. Well, if anybody knows who I am, I attend the Grove Speedway multiple times throughout the season. This is sitting down in turn number 3. They call it the Beer Hail Gang camera shot here tonight at Grove. As you see, the Heat Race number 1, 7 drivers the group, 8 laps will be the distance. So they're all come down, and we're getting this one fired off here. Put 8 laps on the board. Here we go. It's going to be Brandon Marlowe down into turn number 1 as he slides high up in front of the 182 of Tater Williams. Here comes the 51-1 there of Glenn Hill. He was peeking down to the inside. Here comes the rookie out of Illinois, Brian Hacker, peeking to the outside. Lap number 1, going to go to the Milner's Median Designs, number 37. Oh, Marlowe, and Marlowe now they're going to go 3 wide. Hacker's going to be shoved up to the outside. Everybody hangs on to it as we're banging fenders here tonight at Grove. Down the back straightaway underneath the bridge, it is going to be Marlowe, Hacker. And it's Williams. Glenn Hill tried to hit the hooks there, and there's Jacob Lassiter. And now they're going to go 3 wide. They're going to settle back down to 2. Great racing here as Tater Williams goes to the bottom. He'll pull the slide job on Brian Hacker. Here comes Glenn Hill. He's going to go to the outside. Glenn Hill going to tap the Armco barrier to the outside just a little bit. Hacker going to lean on Tater Williams just a little. Take a look here at our CoolRay onboard bar camera with Brandon Marlowe, driver out of Missouri. Right now is your race leader. There's Hacker back down to the bottom side of the Speedway trying to make it all happen. Right now Marlowe is your race leader. Hacker goes to the bottom. You see Tater Williams slide high down there in the corner. Williams going to slide high. He's going to lose one spot. Oh, one of them into the outside wall. One of them down to the inside wall. Glenn Hill and Lassiter making very hard contact, sending the 51 of Jacob Lassiter right down to the wall. And he is going to hit that pretty hard, so that's going to set him deep into the field. There you see the 3E of Cody Early back here. He's running into the 6th position, so that'll drop Jacob Lassiter back to P number 7 on the running order. Marlowe still your race leader here. Hacker, though, nipping on the background. He's got the Carbon Junction Empire Racing. Narrative Coffee, number 11, Illinois, and he'll have the race lead at the line with 2 to go. He'll slide high, a little bump there from the 37. They both keep him pointed into the right direction, making a little bump contact down there in turns 1 and 2. Here comes Marlowe. He's going to stick the nose of that number 37 down there. They'll be looking at the white flag this time by 1 lap to go here for heat race number 1. Hacker going to stick to the outside down in 1 and 2. Marlowe tries to slide, not going to be able to do anything with it. Hacker going to lead him. Down into 3 and 4 for the final time. Out of turn number 4, they come here for the 946 heat race number 1. It's going to be Brian Hacker picking up heat race number 1 win with Brandon Marlowe, Tater Williams, Todd Ricker, Justin Glenhill, Cody Early, and Jacob Lassiter rounding out your field here in heat race number 1. So a pretty solid heat race here for heat race number 1. That's going to lead us right into heat race number 2, brought to us by Justin Sick Iracing Photos. This is your Damion Patton Real Estate starting lineup for heat race number 2. Starting on the front row, he calls himself Chase Wascom in the number 15, your points championship leader coming into the evening. Starting to his outside, it's the hometown kid. This is the number 97, the Full Moon Garage of Robbie Schaefer. Starting P number 3, hailing out of Georgia, it's the 75 CoolRay entry of Andy Piercefield. Starting at P number 4, making his return back to the circuit, the number 16 of Dave Wadsager. John Talkington in the 48P entry will go 5th on the grid. Starting 6th will be the number 22 of Brandon Bender. Brian McDaniel will drive car number 61 out of Illinois here tonight. He will catch the tail of the field for heat race number 2 here this evening. So we had a great heat race number 1 where Brian Hacker was able to hang on there to pick up the win, only leading 2 laps in heat race number 1. But they were the 2 that mattered. Now here for the Justin Sick iRacing Photos for heat race number 2 this evening. Who will pick this one up? A lot of strong hitters here. Chase Wascom, Robbie Schaefer, Andy Piercefield, Brandon Bender coming from deep in the field along with Brian McDaniel. You can make a statement for any one of these drivers here tonight to pick up a win here at Williams Grove. Next time by, we will turn them loose here for the Pro Late Model Dirt Series tonight, presented by ShowMeDirt.com. It's the Rumble at the Grove here, presented by Marble Welding. So we're going to put 8 laps back on the board here and see which one of these drivers are going to be able to hang on for this wild ride here. The sun is peeking here out to the western side of Pennsylvania, because when the lights come on, the stars come out, and the racing gets hot and heavy. Heat race number 2 is officially green. Wascom down to the inside there on Robbie Schaefer, and one of them going backwards. I believe that was the 75 CoolRay entry of Andy Piercefield. He fell backwards like a rock in the water. And it'll be Chase Wascom leading lap number 1 as he comes down past the start-finish line. He'll put lap number 1 in the books. It'll be Chase Wascom, Robbie Schaefer, John Talkington across here for lap number 1. Battle is for P number 2, though. The Full Moon Garage, number 97 of Robbie Schaefer down the back straightaway has it. But the RPM driver of John Talkington right now would like that second spot, and he's down catfishing right around the bottom side of the speedway. If these were sprint cars, you would assume that that 48 here tonight was Lance DeWeese, as Lance DeWeese runs here at the Williams Grove Speedway, and he is always right down around the bottom side of the track. Robbie Schaefer knows a thing or two about going around the bottom side of the speedway here, but right now he continues to hang to the outside groove here. Chase Wascom down to the bottom side of the speedway. You ride on board with our Show Me Dirt onboard camera facing backwards. Talkington still trying to work his way around, sitting back there in P number 4, though. That's the number 16 of Wadsager. He is back in action this week. He did miss last week's race, so it's good to see him back behind the wheel of that Oh, I was going to save that rocket, and he threw the rocket sideways in the 75. Well, Piercefield will run right into the back of him. Caution flag with 3 laps to go will come out as Wadsager was turned around by the 75 of Andy Piercefield. Brandon Bender looks like he may have gotten a little piece of that. And I believe John Talkington did not, obviously, but it's saying that we had one car stopped over there in between the corners. Take a look back here at car number 16. See the 16 going down the back straightaway. Throws it in, and it is very slick down there on entry, and Piercefield nowhere to go, right into the back. That was the 61, then Ryan McDaniel coming in there. Right on board with 107 Tire and Service and our onboard camera with Andy Piercefield. Andy trying to hang on to his car. So that's what's going to bring out our first caution flag here this evening. Wadsager, Bender, Piercefield, and McDaniel all getting together. That puts us under caution for the first time this evening. And since we have time here, we got to thank each and every one of you out there tuning in here tonight, whether you're watching live over on our Facebook feed or if you're watching over on the Pro Late Model Dirt Series Facebook page. We appreciate each and every one of you tuning in here tonight to watch the Pro Late Model Dirt Series right here from the Williams Grove Speedway. Looks like we will put the lights on the Iracing pace truck off. That means next time by, we will get ready to go racing. As the iRacing.com pace truck does make that left-hand turn down to pit road, located on the infield here. As it'll be Chase Wascom, Robbie Schaefer, John Talkington, Andy Piercefield, Brian McDaniel, Brandon Bender, and Dave Wadsager. Green flag back into the air with 3 laps to go here as Wascom just kind of trying to pull away from the hometown kid of Robbie Schaefer. John Talkington still hanging there third. Piercefield back here. He has got the CoolRay entry a little beat up, but still looks pretty fast. Look, here comes the 22 of Brandon Bender. It looks like his heat race win streak is going to end here tonight with 2 laps to go at Williams Grove for heat race number 2, presented by Justin Sick iRacing Photos. As you see Bender right now running back here into the 5th position. Bender comes into the night sitting 4th in the championship standings. As he's trying to work over Andy Piercefield, but Chase Wascom down the back straightaway and into 3. He'll be checking for the checkered flag this time by out of turn number 4. It'll be Chase Wascom picking up the Justin Sick iRacing Photos heat race number 2. That'll be Schaefer, Talkington, Piercefield, Bender, Wadsager, and Brian McDaniels picking up that final position. So that was 7 cars for heat race number 2. So heat race number 3 coming up here in just a second, brought to us by Torque Graphics and Evolution Bodies. Here from the famous Williams Grove Speedway. Did you know that there was a concert held back in the 80s right here at the Williams Grove Speedway? Metallica coming right here to the famous Williams Grove Speedway. Put the stage down there in turns 3 and 4 and played one heck of a rock concert. These drivers tonight putting on one heck of a concert as we're getting lined up and ready for heat race number 3. Starting lineup once again brought to us by Damion Patton Real Estate. Starting on the front row, the driver out of Carolina, driving car number 25, this is Cody Terry. Starting NP number 2, making his first start of the season, driving car number 66, this will be Tractor Morgan. Starting position number 3, driving car number 18 out of Greenville, Tennessee, the very white Torque Graphics, Milner Media and Designs, number 18 of Josh Myers. Starting in position number 28, this is the driver out of Ohio, this is Brandon Combs in the Combs Cut, number 28. Driving car number 28 also, he goes by the name of Dylan Hutchinson. He'll roll off P number 5 here tonight, while driver that 1C, this is Colin Bowles. He will start position number 6. 6 cars in the lineup here. 8 laps will be the distance. So all 6 drivers do take to the starting lineup. One of them trying to scuff up them tires. That's car number 18 here tonight. He's looking to have himself one heck of a race. Josh Myers, of course, had a little rough go of it last week, and he's back in action with that car. Somebody that's going to have to come from deep in the field here. He's had a rough go of it. It's Dylan Hutchinson. He's going to look to take that Justin Sick Iracing photos, number 28 to the front here. Him and Brandon Combs going to be working together to pick themselves through the traffic. We're going to be focusing, though, on that number 66. It's the Morgan Racing number 66 of Tractor Morgan, making his first start this season here. And a rough one here tonight to start at Williams Grove. Iracing pace truck in. Put 8 laps on the board. Let's go 8 laps of racing. That's 66 and more. Oh, contact down into the corner. Josh Myers. Now they're going to stack them up here, and both 28 machines are going to get collected. It's going to be Brandon Combs and Dylan Hutchinson. So both drivers are getting tangled down here. A little bit of a stack up in turn number 1 on the drop of the green flag. Let's take the look back. Watch that 28. There you see the green and white number 28. And right there, that front shovel nose just turns these wedge cars around real quick. The Combs cut entry. The Cadillac. Right on board here with Brandon Combs. There was nothing Combs was going to do. He was just going to be along for the ride at that point here tonight. So there is your race leader. He'll refire off. We have not changed the running order because both 28s were scheduled to roll off from the back of the field here tonight, so they will just retake their positions. We'll just have a complete restart. We got to thank ShowMeDirt.com for being the premier sponsor here for the Pro Late Model Dirt Series. It is your one-stop shop for everything dirt racing in the Southwest. Everything from 4-bangers, well, to what you see on the screen here tonight. Late models, UMP modifieds, they have it all covered over at ShowMeDirt.com. We got to thank our starting lineup sponsor brought to us by Damion Patton Real Estate. Let Damion make your future home your forever home. We also got to thank Dyer Trucking, family owned and operated. Dyer Trucking, of course, our invert wheel sponsor. That'll be coming up here in a little bit later on. That will set the feature event at the front of the field. But the old iRacing.com pace truck is making its way to the infield. That means restacked, re-racked, and ready to roll. This time, we're just going to knock 1 lap off. We're going to go 7 laps now the distance for all you race fans out there. Green flag back up into the air. That time a little bit better of a start, but everybody did get jumbled up down there, jumbled and bumbled up as they keep rumbling and stumbling down the back straightaway here tonight for the Rumble at the Grove. Heat race number 3 right now onto the Speedway, and coming out of turn number 4, looking to lead lap number 1. It's going to be Cody Terry, lap number 1 on the board. Tractor Morgan, Josh Myers, Brandon Combs, the 1C, Colin Balls, and it's going to be Dylan Hutchinson. 3 wide, here comes Brandon Combs down to the inside. They were 3 wide down in 1 and 2. They went down to 2 wide down the back straightaway. One of them going to get tagged and tangled. Big trouble down there. Big flip for the 1C. The 1C of Colin Balls up and over here in heat race number 2, bringing out the second caution flag of the evening. The Mount Zern Auto Service 1C is able to go ahead and refire. Heck of a wild ride down there. He'll be bringing it down to pit road. as he actually missed pit road. There it is. Thought he was going to miss it for a second. Let's take a look back here, though, and see if we can ride on board. A vicious ride there for Colin. See him all get sideways out in front of him. The 66 of Morgan, the 18 of Myers, and then the 66 just catches that one seat. And look at the wild ride. Of course, the safety wall just hanging in there, taking a beating here tonight. So he'll be able to fire back off, and he'll just tag the rear of the field. Cody Terry's still the race leader. Brandon Combs, Josh Myers, Dylan Hutchinson, Colin Valls, and Tractor Morgan will tag now the rear of the field. All cars are able to continue and carry on. Looks like the old Iracing.com pace truck lights are off, so we can go back racing next time. Can the driver out of Gastonia, North Carolina, the Rocket XR1 chassis, GBC Spencer Boyd LLC entry, hold on to the race lead? Green flag back into the air. Oh, contact. Josh Myers going to move Cody Terry up out of the inside way, and he'll take the race lead down the back straightaway. Here comes Cody Terry. He'll throw it real close to our camera down there in turn 3, located just behind the barrier. Drag race, though, is going to give it to the 18 of Josh Myers, this time by at the line. He leads that lap. 4 laps to go. Heat race number 2. Look at Brandon Combs. He is bringing the Combs cut to the front. He wants to keep his streak of heat race wins going. As they're 3 wide, though, that inside lane, though, for Cody Terry, not going anywhere. He's having some handling problems now as he puts that car up into the outside wall on the front straightaway. He has now been moved back to P number 4 here. There's the battle for the race lead. It is anybody's ball game here as they're going to get the popsicle sticks this time by at the line. It'll be 2 laps to go. Heat race number 3. Myers down to the bottom. He'll slide up. Here comes Combs. Can he rocket ship underneath? He will. Caution lights. No, they're not coming on us. So somebody was sideways and they were indicating they might be able to throw the caution, but they kept it green. Here we go. 28 of Hutchinson down to the bottom. Catfish that time out of turn 3. Drag race with the Cadillac. It was Combs and Hutchinson. It was Combs that time by at the line. White flag is up. 1 lap to go here. Anybody's ball game. Put 3 drivers underneath the blanket. Combs, Hutchinson, Myers at the front of this one. It'll be Brandon Combs to the top side. Will he be able to rock it down the front straightaway? Brandon Combs looking like he is going to win it, but the battle's for second. It's going to be Hutchinson. Combs will pick up heat race number 3. It'll be Hutchinson, Myers, Terry Voles, and it's going to be Morgan back there rounding down the field. So all the heat races are in the books here tonight. A lot of good racing we just saw here at the Williams Grove Speedway. Coming up next, we have the Dyer Trucking invert wheel to set the starting lineup here tonight for the field. We'll be back here in just a couple of moments of the Williams Grove Speedway with some of the interviews with your top 3 drivers, or your 3 race winning drivers in your heat races. Don't go anywhere, race fans. Feature event here tonight for the Rumble at the Grove, presented by Marvel Welding.
At an affordable price. From alternators, brakes, and computer diagnostics to motors and transmissions. Most repairs come with a 12-month and 12,000-mile warranty on parts and labor. Need tires? We have those too. Major brands such as Cooper, Hankook, Michelin, and more. We are a family-owned and operated business located at 6256 Irwin Highway, Chuckey, Tennessee. Call or stop by today for a quote or repair. 423-620-4970.
At Carrier, we've always understood the unique challenges of heating, ventilating, and air conditioning, and we've continued to create innovative solutions to overcome them. How do we do that? By looking at air differently. From integrated HVAC system design and optimization to control and service, our experts can help you see innovative ways to improve air quality throughout your facility. It's a process that allows you to see even greater benefits, like meeting specific air and ventilation requirements to manage infection control, and enhancing health and comfort through more localized control of air temperature and ventilation, both of which can yield increased patient satisfaction scores, and even improve staff productivity. So whether you need HVAC solutions for new construction, replacements, or temporary supply, turn to the experts at Carrier. We'll work with you to provide an optimized continuum of air for your continuum of care. For more information about our products, resources, and services, and to connect with your local expert, visit carrier.com/healthcare.
Cybercrime is a $6 trillion industry. Roughly 158 people fall victim to this type of crime every second, and a business will be compromised every 11 seconds. In the last 3 years alone, the number of malicious websites has increased by 130%. Bottom line, you need protection from someone you trust. Call Computer Pros for protection plans as low as $4 a month.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any CoolRay, Bight Box, or Mr. Plumber service.
With the Buttkicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Buttkicker, the future is feeling.
Welding in 35 years to make their name stand out in great customer service and quality work. They know the two go hand in hand. Without the support of Southern Delaware, they could not continue to grow and provide the services they do today. Their welders have many years of experience and are certified in both structural steel and pipe. They're committed to getting the job done right, and that's what makes the difference. Marvels looks forward to working with you and thanks you for the opportunity to show you how they strive to be Southern Delaware's #1 welding shop. Marvels Portable Welding. Find them on Facebook.
Get the most horsepower from your great engine with Fabrication headers and exhaust. Fabrication headers and exhaust is an official partner of the American Crate All-Star Series and used by winning racers such as Dylan Brown, Logan Robertson, Carson Ferguson, Christian Hanger, Cody Overton, and Eli Beats. Fabrication headers and exhaust, just a click of a mouse away at profabrication.com. Quality that wins. Get yours at profabrication.com.
Hello, my name is Benny Boudreau and I created the Springrithm app. The Springrithm app allows someone who doesn't have access to a spring smasher to be able to set their car up to their manufacturer's suggested install loads and center to centers, as well as be able to figure out their dynamic loads, as well as make adjustments to them to make their handling of their car better. For someone who does have a spring smasher, Springrithm will greatly reduce the amount of time to figure out those new stack setups by allowing for instantaneous spring rate changes as well as load changes. Springrithm will even make sure that your setup doesn't coil bind at the loads that you're trying to hit. For only $4.99 a month, you too can have access to the same information that top late model teams across the country are using to gain a competitive advantage.
Welcome back here to the Williams Grove Speedway. Race fans here tonight for the Rumble at the Grove, presented by Marvel Welding, for the Pro Late Model Dirt Series, presented by ShowMeDirt.com. We've caught up with a couple of your heat race winners here tonight. Let's head down trackside to the driver who drives car number 15. He picked up the heat race number 2 win here tonight. Let's talk to Chase Wascom. Chase, a pretty solid hot rod piece out there. You didn't even bother whipping that one out for your hot laps here. How does it feel, and are you ready for the feature?
That felt pretty good. I think we got something figured out with this car now. Just hopefully hold on for the 50 laps and still be able to keep it all in one piece.
Now tonight, this track here at the Williams Grove Speedway is one of the trickiest tracks you guys have been to so far this year. What's the outcome here? Because right now you're scheduled to start towards the front of this one without the invert wheel coming yet.
It's going to be tricky for sure. Being it's going to be so tight, and it's going to be crunched on room-wise. But I think we'll be all right. Just going to have to give time and patience is the main thing. But the key is definitely being in the front, kind of get that clean air hopefully soon, and kind of be by ourselves hopefully, and not have to really deal with none of that close quarters and getting taken out or something.
So tonight you come in with a chance to extend your points championship lead. Who made this all possible back home, though, for you to retake this championship lead last week?
It's a ton of people, but the main one is my girlfriend for allowing me to do this every week. And y'all for broadcasting to put it out there to the public for us and making us feel like we're actually somebody when we're really not, you know. But yeah, hopefully we can extend the lead. We ain't going to hatch the eggs and just yet. We're going to wait till this is over, but hopefully we come out on top.
There you hear it from Chase Wascom. He'll get ready to go racing here tonight. He picked up the Justin Sick Iracing Photos Heat Race number 2 here tonight. Picking up Heat Race number 3 brought to us by Torque Graphics and Evolution Bodies. That winner was the driver of the 28 of Brandon Combs. Brandon, another solid heat race for you. Can you transfer this one into the feature event?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. That was a pretty fun heat race there.
Now, you had to start towards the back and work your way through, so is that going to help you with if you would hit lap traffic here tonight?
Yeah, I think so. The track's pretty racy there in the heat race, and I think it's going to be pretty racy the whole feature. Hopefully, I can use some of that passing knowledge and put it to work in the feature.
Well, good luck here tonight, Brandon. Who's on the side of this one as you got a brand new paint scheme on here?
Yeah, I got a new wrap done by 946 Designs with Travis Smith. I got Combs Cuts, Busher Drilling Services, Allcraft Manufacturing, Kevin's Hoosier Auto Repair, Anthony's Timber, and got to say thanks to Chip Bangers Racing.
Well, there you hear it from Brandon Combs. He'll roll off towards the front here, or at least scheduled to. Let's take you to the Dyer Trucking invert wheel to set the starting lineup. Well, there you have it, race fans. We will invert the top 4 drivers here tonight. Let's take you down for your Damion Patton Real Estate starting lineup here tonight. Starting in the front row, driving car 37, this is Brandon Marlowe. Starting P number 2, it's going to be the 28 of Brandon Combs. Chase Wascom will start now 3rd here tonight, just inverting your top 4. Of course, Brian Hacker there, he'll roll off 4th here tonight with the Hamburg Hot Dog of Robbie Schaefer starting 5th. 6th will go to Dylan Hutchinson. 7th to Tater Williams in the 182 machine. John Talkington in the 48P will roll off there in 8th. Josh Myers in car number 18, scheduled to roll off 9th position. Todd Ricker, car 9, going in the 10th starting spot with Andy Piercefield, car 75. It's the CoolRay entry going 11th. 12th tonight will be the 25 out of North Carolina. This is Cody Terry. Rolling off into the 13th starting lineup spot, it's the 511 entry. This is Justin Glenhill. Brandon Bender, car number 22, rolls off 14th tonight, where the 01, that's actually the 1C of Colin Bowles, going in P number 15. 3E of Cody Early going into the 16th starting lineup spot. Car number 16 then Starting 17th out of Illinois, this is Dave Wadsager. Tractor Morgan will start the 66 car back there in the 18th starting spot. Jacob Laster will start 19th. Look for him to come through the field here hot, heavy, and early. And starting shotgun to the field in our starting lineup here tonight, it'll be Brian McDaniel in car number 61. That's your Damion Patton Real Estate starting lineup here tonight for the Rumble at the Grove, presented by Marvel Welding. The Pro Late Model Dirt Series. Thanks all you race fans for tuning in here tonight to catch the action from the Williams Grove Speedway. We are ready to go. Cars are out there onto the speedway. You see all 20 drivers make the call to the starting lineup here tonight, as we are officially ready to go racing at the famous Williams Grove Speedway. iRacing.com pace car is off. Let's light the fire underneath these beasts here tonight. Marlowe and Combs will do the dance to turn one. It'll be the 37 of Marlowe down to the inside. He'll take the race lead, as now here comes the outside. Combs pulling back even down the back straightaway. Tonight's track, absolutely beautiful. Look at Brian Hacker, high, wide, and handsome to the outside. As one car sideways back there, that's the 75 of Andy Piercefield. He'll hang on to the CoolRay entry, and he is going to stay cool under the pressure here tonight. He will hang on for P number 15. Down the back straightaway they come here into turn number 3. It is Combs still leading the way. Marlowe, Hacker, Chase Wascom down to the bottom. 3 wide, Dylan Hutchinson to the outside. Robbie Schaefer down to the inside of the speedway. They were able to settle that one pretty quick. Robbie Schaefer going to pull a little bit of a slider up there on the number 28 of Dylan Hutchinson. Here comes Tater Williams down the back straightaway. Tater Williams, one of those drivers that are a rookie this season. Tater comes screaming across the line. He'll be shown in 5th as the battle for the race lead now, though. Chase Wascom still down to the bottom side. Everybody else rolling the top side of the speedway. 4 laps this time by will be completed. Everybody barrels down into turn number 3. One of them right up against the board. Tater Williams up there, scraping off a little bit of that wrap. Look at Marlowe, though. He is there all over the back end of the Combs cut, number 28. Not going to happen for Chase Wascom. He had to go back and settle currently for sitting in P number 4. Here comes Brian Hacker now. Oh, Marlowe going to overstep. Marlowe overstepped the boundaries of that Milner Media and designs number 37 up into the outside wall. He went. Looks like Tractor Morgan having some issues with the number 66 entry. Cody Early having some issues with his Warrior chassis, the 3E, out of Greenville, Tennessee. Currently back there running into the 19th position. There's the battle for the race lead. Brian Hacker has picked up P number 2. Driver out of Illinois, never seeing the Williams Grove Speedway. Beautiful sights, beautiful sounds out here in central Pennsylvania. Everybody really starting to get into a rhythm here tonight. Caution on the speedway. Couple of them stopped here in turn 4. As Tater Williams comes in after the fact. Cartwheel. 2 of them stopped down there. That was the 61 of Brian McDaniel and Cody Early. What happened to Brian McDaniel? Let's watch it back and see what happened to the driver of that number 61. Just loses it on entry going into the corner. And then Cody Early tried to sneak around to the inside as he gathered it up, and both drivers up to the outside wall. And then watch. Here comes Tater Williams. That's a hard hit. Right on board with Tater. Caution lights are on and just too late to react. lot of damage to the 182. You just see the 3E of Cody Early down on pit road. Looks like Tater Williams also had to go to the hot pits here tonight. He will rejoin the group, starting back into the 17th spot here now. Remember, you are watching the Pro Late Model Dirt Series tonight here. It's the Marvel's Portable Welding Rumble at the Grove. And it does look like we're going to get the one-to-go signal, so it'll be Brandon Combs, Brian Hacker, Brandon Marlowe at the front here. Chase Wascom, Dylan Hutchinson, Robbie Schaefer, Josh Myers, John Talkington, Justin Glenhill, and Jacob Lassiter. Lassiter has picked up 9 spots already in his number 51. Watch for him to continue to come up through the field. Oh, big trouble down there right in front of him. Couple of them bouncing off the inside wall. That's the 48P of John Talkington. Lassiter caught a little piece of the wall too, and then behind them I saw Andy Piercefield snag the inside retaining wall also. Right now, though, 28 of Brandon Combs out front. Look at Chase Wascom. He'll pick one off there from Brandon Marlowe. And then you got to go back here. They're stacked up. Oh, boy, the 48P. Going to get turned in the front straightaway. Oh, hard contact. I believe that's the 75 of Andy Piercefield. Brandon Bender up over on his lid also. Piercefield trying to get his CoolRay 75 refired, but that was heavy contact to the inside retaining wall. Take a look back here. What happened? .48P gets turned around by the 51 of Justin Gledhill. And you see everybody just coming in. Right on board with the 106 Tire and Service Center, on board with Andy Piercefield. Oh, Cody Terry also involved. Oh, parked it. Watch the 51 to the outside here of Justin Glenhill. Cody Terry and him make hard contact, and there's Bender. Bender gets hit by Andy Piercefield, and that's what puts Piercefield down to the infield. So working another caution flag here tonight on lap number 10 out of the 50 laps scheduled here. Couple cars down on pit road right now. It does look like the 66 of Tractor Morgan has called it an evening here from Williams Grove. Justin Gledhill is sitting currently down on pit road. He had to take the tow with the 511 entry. So with them going to pit road, it looks like Brandon Bender will take a lap back to the racing field. We're doubling back up here in just a moment. It should be Brandon Combs, Brian Hacker, Chase Wascom, Brandon Marlowe, Robbie Schaefer, Dylan Hutchinson, Todd Ricker. Of course, Todd Ricker, one of those brand new rookies to the series. You see him there in the number 9 entry, the Aftershock. And there's Brandon Bender. He'll join the back of the field. Looks like the lights on the iRacing.com pace car are going to come back on, as it looks like we have a scoring issue here with the 22 of Brandon Bender. Looks like the transponder on the number 22 of Brandon Bender is malfunctioning, showing him as our race leader currently. Driver out of Ohio. The only driver with one of those Schwartz chassis up underneath him. So he is being scored as our race leader, but that is a glitch. So we're still going to have to pace here tonight. And while we do, we got to not only thank all the race fans out there tuning in here tonight, watching on the Turn 3 Racing Network, bringing you all the racing action up here from the commentary booth. My name is Roger Muth, up in the booth here tonight at the Williams Grove Speedway. We got to thank Houston Guttering for coming on board this season with the Pro Late Model Dirt Series. Middle Tennessee's #1 for guttering. The only name you need to know is Houston Guttering. As now it looks like we get the Iracing.com pace truck lights off for the time being. We'll see if we can turn this one back loose. "19 drivers on the field, and we're green." We are green as it's Brandon Combs, Brian Hacker. Here comes Chase Wascom still down to the inside as a couple drivers back there exchanging a couple blows. One of them turned around. That'll bring out the third caution flag here right away. That is the 18 of Josh Myers, who has been turned around down in 1 and 2. Take the look what happened with Myers and the 22 of Bender. As you see, the 18 already stopped down there in the corner. Did Josh Myers get a little bit of help? And the answer is going to be no. He tried to help Robbie Schaefer around, and then yes, he did get help from the 28 of Hutchinson. So that's what'll put us underneath the caution flag. And just that slight hook from that shovel nose. Good job, though, for Josh Myers to keep it out of the retaining wall. So now we're going to see if we can get our scoring back fixed here. Looks like the 22 of Brandon Bender being scored as our race leader still. It should be Combs, Hacker, Wascom, Marlowe, Schaefer, Dylan Hutchinson, Jacob Lassiter, Todd Ricker, Colin Voles, and Dave Wadsager, your top 10. One driver is the only driver off the speedway. All the other cars are still out there, and that is the 66 of Tractor Morgan. Does look like the field is starting to reassemble here tonight. Flash bulbs going off for all our favorite drivers here at the Pro Late Model Dirt Series here from the Williams Grove Speedway. It is our only trip to Williams Grove this season. Green's back out into the air, and Brandon Combs, but he's got trouble. He's got trouble down to the inside there. That's the 15 of Chase Wascom. Here comes Brian Hacker. Look at Hacker get shot out of a rocket down the back straightaway. Hacker will go to the bottom side of the speedway. Going to slide up just a little bit. Not going to be able to. Oh, Combs going to go into the outside wall. It's going to allow Hacker to stay side by side. He'll have a great shot down here in turn 1 for a slide job. Hacker going to throw it down to the bottom. He's not going to slide up. He's going to stay right there in the middle groove through 1 and 2. Now that Combs cut machine going to rocket down, and he'll retake the race lead. Hacker not going to give up on the bottom side of the speedway because Chase Wascom's down there. He showed his hand as Brandon Combs, 3 wide at the line. Give it to Brandon Combs, Hacker, then Wascom. Good battle for the race lead up here at the front of this one as we're only 13 laps completed into the books here tonight as they work down the back straightaway again. It's Combs, it's Hacker, it's Wascom. That battle has started to really settle down as the caution lights are coming back on. Trouble, Andy Piercefield, Brian McDaniel have had some issues down in turn 1. Take a look. What happened to Piercefield up here? Oh, right out in front of him, the 51-1 entry and the 61 getting together. And then Piercefield getting tangled along with it. See, that 61 just got a little squirrely down in turn 1. Evolution Racing Technology on-board camera there, giving us a great shot of what just happened down in 1 and 2. Unfortunate there for Andy Piercefield in the CoolRay number 75. He has been pit side one time already with that 75 car, so we'll have to see if he's going to be able to keep that car out there on the speedway. The driver out of Atlanta, Georgia. It's been all Brandon Combs, but he has had some contenders at the front of this one here. The 11 Illinois, Brian Hacker, has peaked his nose. We have seen Chase Wascom has been pretty fast here tonight. Marlowe has shown flashes of speed in that 37. Of course, he did start up on the front row here tonight and then fell back through our field. Two drivers now off track. Brian McDaniel will join Tractor Morgan down on pit road. So we'll refire them off here. We will have 14 laps completed out of the 50 scheduled here for the Rumble at the Grove. Here they come off of turn number 4. Look at the 15. Here comes Wascom. He's going to get turned around. Big problems down in turn 1. Big problems. And it continues down the back straightaway. The 9 has gone around after the fact of Todd Ricker. So that'll bring another caution flag out. Take the look. Let's see what happened. 15 to Chase Wascom. Follow that car. The third car in line. Robbie Schaefer gives him a little help, and that spins him out down the back straightaway. Then it looks like the 1C puts Robbie Schaefer into the wall, and that clogs up the back straightaway. Get a ride on here with John Talkington. Gets a little door there from the 97 with Schaefer, who was already sideways and stopped on the back straightaway. Chase Wascom's view. So everybody able to drive away from it. Just trying to take a peek if anybody got sent to the back of the longest line here. Does look like Chase Wascom, Todd Ricker, and Robbie Schaefer all will be scored back there at the tail end of the line. So we'll go back racing here. It's the iRacing.com pace truck makes the left-hand turn onto pit road. Here we go. Single file restart here on lap number 16 as Combs heads down into turn number 1. Still has Brian Hacker, Brandon Marlowe, Jacob Lassiter. Look who's picked up 15 spots right now. It's the driver of that number 15, the driver out of Tennessee. as Jacob Laster has come from starting at the back of the field, as it looks like the caution lights are on again. As possibly, I'm being told, could be the 75 of Andy Piercefield having some issues. As there you see the CoolRay entry catching the back of the field. Watch it back, we'll find out what happened here. Oh, as you see the 75 coming up on the 3E of Cody Early, he had to check up, and then Chase Wascom didn't see through the number 75. And that'll put us under caution.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is Iracing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Looks like we are ready to go back racing here. We will have 16 laps completed in the books here tonight. And it'll be Combs, Hacker, Marlowe, Jacob Laster. We told you before we brought you the feature to watch for the driver of this 51. And we were right on cue because he is up here running inside the top 5 and still over half this race left to go. Race lead, though, is heated up. Once again, Combs and Hacker and Marlowe battling. As the caution lights are coming right back out. 7th caution flag here of the evening. As the 3E of Cody Early has gone around to bring out the 7th caution flag of the evening. Looks like John Talkington and Justin Gledhill also involved. Oh, Cody Terry tangling with, I believe, which was the 3E of Cody Early. There's the 3E, Cody Early. Oh, there was one car up against the outside wall there. Already. That was the 18 of Myers who was up against the outside wall, and then Cody Early just tags the outside wall. So there you see Talkington in the contact with Cody Terry and Josh Myers, and then the stack up down on the bottom side of the speedway. So that puts us back under caution here tonight. He's led every lap here tonight. It's the 28 of Brandon Combs. So Combs will lead us back into the restart zone as he fires back off. 17 laps have been completed here. Brandon Combs back to the outside. He's been up front all evening long. This is what he would see if he had a rearview mirror. That's just everybody behind him. Gonna knock another lap off the board here as that looking back there, I believe Tater Williams trying to come back through the field. He just got around the 1C. Colin Vols is going to put Colin back to P number 7. Tater Williams back up inside the top 10. He is running 6th right now, and he is looking for more because that'll be Dylan Hutchinson that he's going to try and get over. Out in front of them, the 37 of Brandon Marlowe side by side. That's the 51 of Jacob Laster, who is now worked his way inside the top 3 as he goes around his dancing partner of Brandon Marlowe. Jacob Laster will blast down the back straightaway. He has the inside lane. That's where he has been. He'll throw it in, and here comes now the 28 of Dylan Hutchinson. Brandon Bender just picked up a spot there from Josh Myers as they came down the front straightaway. Myers having some handling issues on the 18. Robbie Schaefer, oh boy, there's the 75 Andy Piercefield sideways. Chase Wascom trying to work his way back up. Oh, these drivers really hanging on to it. They've been sent to the back here, and now they're trying to work their way back through the field here tonight. Closing in on halfway home here tonight. As you're watching the battle just outside the top 10, Robbie Schaefer holding on to the 12th spot. There's Andy Piercefield, John Talkington right there in the 48P entry. Todd Ricker back here trying to pick up a spot on Cody Early. Ricker going to have some problems down to the inside. Got a little squirrely on entry there, almost slid up into the 3E of Cody Early. Battle for the race lead right there. Brandon Combs, out front here with Hacker. Lassiter, Marlowe falling back into that 3rd spot. He's kind of settled in now. Lost the 3rd spot to Lassiter and then fell back to 4th. This is what we're actually reading off our scoring. Hutchinson and then Tater Williams right now pulling up that 6th position. Look at Tater as he works the outside, trying to get that car back up to where he was earlier. He was running at the front of the field, fell backwards. Of course, Tater Williams also having to come through the field, but he's not the only one. As you see him up against the boards, really manhandling this car. His competition coming into the night, though, is that number 15 of Chase Wascom. Wascom is well behind the 8 ball himself. He got turned around while running in that 3rd spot. Chase back here running 9th with 24 laps to go here tonight at the Rumble at the Grove at the Williams Grove Speedway. As, oh boy, that was close. Colin Vols come right off the top shelf there. Almost into the 15 of Chase Wascom. Something happened, though, to Brandon Combs. We're being told he lost the race lead as Brian Hacker got around him. Let's go relive that pass. Hacker just goes down to the bottom side of the speedway. Oh, Combs gets up into the loose stuff. Now this battle back here for 3rd, though. Look at the hornet's nest that Jacob Lassiter is having a swat at. Hutchinson down to the bottom side. 3 wide as one of them's going to go up into the wall. 3 wide, one of them bouncing off the wall. That's going to be Tater Williams. Caution flag does not come out here as we stay green, as everybody was able to keep him actually pointed in the right direction. It's just going to be now that Tater Williams is going to lose that spot to Chase Wascom. That had championship implications written all over it. Robbie Schaefer still locked in a heated battle back here. He's got Myers behind him. That's the 1C out in front of him. Schaefer down to the bottom side of the speedway, down in 1 and 2. We'll see if he can keep that Full Moon Garage catfishing on the bottom. Schaefer still holding a pretty line down to the bottom side. You see that 1C bouncing off the cushion, bouncing off the wall down in turn number 3 and 4. Hacker still leading this one, and it looks like he has started to extend his race lead over Combs. 19 to go. Here's Robbie Schaefer, though. He will slide job now for that position. Looks like Hutchinson has got around the number 51 of Jacob Lassiter as they're in lap traffic. That's the 25 of Cody Terry. All your front drivers really got a groove going up front here. Cody Early also in the 3E machine going a lap down to the race leaders. He lets the front three go by. Jacob Lassiter will be the next one. But Cody Early is battling that number 25 right now of Cody Terry. Lassiter still the biggest mover and shaker of this race so far. Moved up 15 spots here tonight. Brian Hacker's only had to go 3 spots after picking up heat race number 1. The Dyer Trucking invert wheel slid him back to running in the 4th spot. As now he picked up the race lead, and he has not relinquished it since. Opened up a little over a second gap over Brandon Combs. There's Dylan Hutchinson. That's about 2.5 back to the 28 of Dylan Hutchinson. Talkington battling Josh Myers here for position number 11. A big moment there for Talkington as he got a little swirly going into the corner down in turn number 1 with 48P. But he was able to get a good run off. He'll pick up the spot. One of them going pit side in the 25. That is Cody Terry. He'll pull her to pit road. Race leader Brian Hacker, though, moving and shaking at the dance here tonight. He's working through lap traffic like he's dancing at a senior prom. He'll knock another lap off the board, and he'll also put Todd Ricker down a lap, running in the 16th position. So 15 drivers left on the lead lap here. Brian Hacker has 14 laps to take a couple more down off that lead lap spot. Combs running the inside lane also here tonight. So Cody Terry, going to pit road in the 25. Looks like his night will finish in the 18th position. Chase Wascom trying to get underneath the 37 here. The Milner Media and Designs. DTJ. Entry of Brandon Marlowe. Marlowe holding down that 5th position. One of them to the outside wall there. Tater Williams trying to extend the speedway a little bit. Of course, Tater went on a run of 3 races back-to-back, picking up round 3, round 4, and round 5 here this season. See Brandon Bender there in the 22, battling with him. That's for P number 7. Chase Wascom got to Brandon Marlowe, but was not able to do anything with Brandon Marlowe, and now it's started to fall back as you are watching the best battle on the speedway, as we're going to get 10 laps to go here. When Brian Hacker comes back across the line right there, these drivers about half a track behind. The driver out of Huntley, Illinois. There's your race leader as he's coming underneath the famous bridge here on the back straightaway. The big show of Brian Hacker. Under 10 laps to go here tonight at Williams Grove. Looking to pick up another win in his career. He already holds 2 wins, but this is his full-time rookie campaign this season here with the Pro Late Model Dirt Series presented by ShowMeDirt.com. Brian Hacker getting it done here, and his lead is actually starting to shrink because here comes the 28 of Brandon Combs. Yellow flag out onto the speedway, though, so crinkle that note up, throw it all away because, oh boy, Chase Wascom is parked up against the outside wall in turn number 3. What happened to your championship leader? Down the back straightaway they come. Oh, Tater Williams into the outside wall, and then hard impact for the 15 to the inside wall. Bringing out the caution flag. There you See Tater Williams very hard into the outside wall, then bounces off the 15 of Chase Wascom, and then Wascom goes up the track because he knows he has some issues on the 15 entry to bring out the caution flag. That's a very hard hit for both Chase Wascom and the 182 of Tater Williams. So your race leader right now is Brian Hacker. He had just about a second lead over Brandon Combs and Dylan Hutchinson. Jacob Lassiter, Brandon Marlowe, Brandon Bender, Robbie Schaefer, John Talkington, Colin Valls, and Josh Myers rounding out the top 10 drivers. Cody Early will get a free pass here, and he'll come back around, the driver out of Greenville, Tennessee. Sounds like his car may be misfiring here. We are under 10 laps to go here at the Williams Grove Speedway. And here on iRacing.com, we go single file with under 10 laps to go. It looks like the 9 also getting 1 lap back to the racing field. So I'll put Todd Ricker back there as the lights now coming back on. So to be under 10 laps to go, will Brian Hacker be able to hold off the strong Brandon Combs machine? Combs, of course, you know, well, has a quick hot rod. He was starting to make up a lot of ground on Brian Hacker. Hacker almost kind of scooted out to a 2-second race lead. And Brandon Combs cut it back under a second there as we were gearing up to have one heck of a finish for the race win here tonight at Williams Grove for Rumble at the Grove, presented by Marvel Welding. Tonight here for the Pro Late Model Dirt Series, presented by ShowMeDirt.com. 20 drivers took the green flag, and it looks like there's still 17 drivers who are out here onto the speedway. So once we're done here at Williams Grove, we take the week off before we head to the Weedsport Speedway in 2 weeks. Brian Hacker going to lead us here. Green flag back in the air. We'll put 7 laps on the board. Brian Hacker will be able to hold off the charge down into turn number 1. Down the back straightaway they go as he'll still hold it as everybody's over the bumps. Combs really charged into the corner. We're at 6 laps to go, and oh! Hutchinson into the 28. We're going to stack them up here. That's going to allow Brian Hacker to get out and away. Hutchinson was into the back of Combs, and then Marlowe and Jacob Lassiter were right there. The battle's still on for the second spot, though, here as Jacob Lassiter now going to take over P number 2 from Brandon Combs. Here comes Marlowe into the mix, and here comes Brandon Bender. Here comes Robbie Schaefer also back into the mix. 5 laps to go. It's the hi, how are you, as the flagman waves at the field as they come by. 5 laps to go. Hacker pulled out 2 seconds right now on the battle here for second. Lassiter still working the outside of the raceway as they work down past Beer Hill Gang, turn number 3. Schaefer's picked up another one as he works to the outside. 4 to go. Brian Hacker does not want to see a caution flag right now. Knock on wood for the driver out of Huntley, Illinois. He wants to pull away here from the 51. Tennessee zone, though, of Jacob Lassiter coming from the back of the field all the way to running now. P number 2. 3 to go. Combs still lurking to the outside here. See if he can get a run on the top side of the speedway. The back straightaway has become bumpy here tonight. Popsicle sticks this time by for Brian Hacker. It's just 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Brian Hacker has now almost extended it to a 3-second lead because the battle still rages on. Here comes Brandon Marlowe. He took a peek to the inside there as Brandon Combs struggled to get off turn number 2. Now back down to the bottom side of the speedway goes the 28 of Brandon Combs. It'll be the white flag being displayed this time here tonight for the Rumble at the Grove. Final trip around the speedway for Brian Hacker as we continue to watch the battle for second and third, the 2 final podium positions. Brian Hacker is out front. He is going to be able to lock this one in here. He's just got to come through 3 and 4 for the final time, and he will do that. Out of turn 4 for the final time, Brian Hacker will pick up the win. Drag race for P number 2. Jacob Lassiter is going to get it at the line. Brandon Combs in P number 2. P3 will go Brandon Combs, Brandon Marlowe, Robbie Schaefer, Brandon Bender, Dylan Hutchinson, John Talkington, Chase Wascom, Dave Wad-Sager, Colin Vols, Tanner Williams, Josh Myers, Todd Ricker, Andy Piercefield, Justin Glenhill, Cody Early, Cody Terry, Brian McDaniel, and Tractor Morgan. All finishing out your 20-car field here tonight, as there's the driver out of Huntley, Illinois. He is your champion here tonight for the Rumble at the Grove, presented by Marvel Welding. Post-race show coming up here in just a couple of seconds here from Williams Grove. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back here to the Grove.
The Pro Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by ShowMeDirt.com, Torque Graphics, 107 Tire and Service Center, CoolRay Heating and Air Conditioning, Vortex Wraps, Damion Patton Guttering, CK Racing, Evolution Racing Technologies, 946 Designs, Combs Cuts, Scott Morgan Flooring, Marvel Portable Welding, Jeykell Controls, Evolution Bodies, Colin Sick Iracing Photos.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Williams Grove Speedway here in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Central Pennsylvania dirt track racing at its finest here tonight. For the Pro Late Model Dirt Series, presented by ShowMeDirt.com, right here for the Rumble at the Grove for Marvel Welding Night. Boy, what a night it has been here at Williams Grove. Let's head down trackside, though, and talk to the drivers that have finished here tonight on the podium. Let's start things off here with the driver out of Huntley, Illinois. Let's talk to Brian Hacker. Hacker, a fast car in your heat race, as you were able to pick up the heat race win in heat race number 1, but you had to start back and forth. How did you make your way to the race lead here tonight and drive away to a 3-second race win?
I didn't like all the cautions, that's for sure. I knew that the longer we went green flag, the better chance I had. I'm more of a rhythm driver, so glad to see that big run we got there about halfway through the race. Didn't want to see that caution there at the end, but it ended up working out. Bottom came in. I wasn't sure if it would. The top was pretty fast at the beginning of the night, but I'm glad the bottom came in. That's how I like to run this place. So it was fun. It's kind of a throwback. These cars are so tight now that it's pretty easy to drive them, but when it gets super slicked off like this, it's not easy to drive them. It takes a lot of throttle control, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we've watched you over the last couple of years here on iRacing, and throttle control, when it slicks off, this number 11 is always a rocket ship, especially down on the bottom side of the speedway. How about this, though? You win, and now you get a week off. How you guys going to rebound here before you head to the famous Weedsport Speedway?
Yeah, the week off doesn't come at a good time for us. Next week is okay for me. The week after that, I'm getting married, and then I'll be out of pocket for 2 weeks. So I will probably not be able to catch the next 2 races, which is unfortunate. Wish we race next week, but it is what it is. I know I'm kind of going to be kind of a part-timer here for the rest of the season. That's okay. It's fun to come out and try to grab these wins and trophies.
And you were definitely able to pick up the win, the trophy here tonight. We can't give you the girl that goes along with the trophy, but we can give you the check here, and it's a bunch of zeros on the side of it. We hope you enjoy that one here. But Hacker, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on your upcoming wedding. Who do you got to thank that's on the side of this car that helps you out back at Huntley, Illinois?
Carbon Junction, they've been on the car for a while now. Big supporters of mine, so cool that they're always on the side of the car. Narrative Coffee, Pathfinder Chassis. my guy Smitty for making this ride look pretty good. It's not my typical looking ride, but I think he did a pretty good job on it. Anyone that's out there watching, some of the Carbon Junction guys might be, Smitty might be. Shout out to Luke who might be watching. Yeah, so kudos to Cody, everybody that was up front. I think we ran a pretty clean race up front, at least. I don't think I had any incident points, and shout out to you for doing this every week.
There you hear it from the driver out of Huntley, Illinois. Brian Hacker will pick up his third career race win here with the Pro Late Model Dirt Series. Congratulations to him, and congratulations to him and his soon-to-be wife out there, getting married here in just a couple of weeks. Finishing in the second position here tonight, he drives car number 51, and this is Jacob Lassiter. Jacob, that Rayburn chassis was really dialed in tonight. 17 spots gained here in the feature.
We missed a lot of stuff, man. We just got lucky to not getting involved in anything, and we had one little hiccup there, and I got into the inside wall, but other than that, we was able to keep it clean. That was the most important thing on the track like this.
How hard is it on one of the toughest tracks on the schedule for these cars to come through the field like you did?
Man, like I said, it's just it's a tough field regardless. Like I said, guys would kind of get together, and I was able to get under them. Just like I said, man, it's a lot of luck to it. There isn't a whole lot of skill to at this place coming from the back. I mean, we're just fortunate enough not to get involved in anything, and just kept our nose clean.
At the end of this one, a big stack up there on that final restart. Walk us through that one.
I don't remember. We were racing, and Brandon and Dylan were racing, and they were both on the bottom, and they kind of got together, and I got to the back of Dylan. It was just a check-up deal, and kind of ruined Dylan's race. I hate that because we ran good there side by side for a few laps, and I just let him go because he had a good car, and I didn't have anything for him, so I was going to be content to finish fourth, and I hate that for him. And but hats off to Brian. He ran a good race, and hats off to Brandon. He's really been doing a lot better and starting to run up front a lot more, and he's a good clean racer, and we enjoy running with him too.
Congratulations here tonight on your second. But before we let you go, we know there's a whole bunch of people back in Tennessee watching here tonight.
Man, I just got to thank the team, DTJ, Brandon Marlowe's in the race tonight, and just got to thank him. We ran there together a couple laps, and it's fun to race around people that are not going to go in there and destroy you. But yeah, I mean, I gotta thank him, and I gotta thank Charlie Milner with the wrap on the car. We went back to the old car for this deal like we did last year, and we may keep this wrap on it, with kind of luck we just had. So then I gotta thank Cody for the league. I got to thank you for the broadcast, man. You do an awesome job. I got to thank the wife for taking care of the little one and sacrificing for me to do this.
There you hear it. Jacob Lassiter picking up the most spots here tonight here at Williams Grove. He picked up 17 spots. He will come home P number 2. Congratulations to him. That means there's somebody else out there that we just haven't talked to just yet. And he led the most laps here tonight. He drives car number 28 out of Cincinnati, Ohio. This is the Combs Cut entry of Brandon Combs. Brandon, a tough one to swallow here at the end of this one. What more did you need?
Experience. I got beat by experience, I think. I wasn't the greatest at rolling the bottom when I needed to, and then I bobbled on the top, and that's what let Hacker get by me, ultimately. I mean, he was faster than me. He was probably going to get by me anyway. I think towards the end of the race, I was probably a 5th place car at best. I just couldn't really hit my marks and be consistent on the throttle when you need it to be.
So what you're saying is you'd rather be lucky than good sometimes?
Yeah, this was definitely lucky tonight. Just being able to stay up there after the track's looking off.
Well, you're talking about a slick track here in Pennsylvania. Of course, Pennsylvania usually home to sprint cars, but today we threw the fenders on these machines. We're going to head a little bit north. You heard a couple of your competitors already talk. How do you feel about Weedsport? Very tight, tricky track that really gets slick.
I cringe when I hear Weedsport. I'm not the greatest there. If it gets as slick as this does, I'll probably be one of the cars getting lapped. and I'm fine with that. I know my place there at Weed Sport.
Well, tonight here at Williams Grove, you had yourself a good one. Who helps you out on this 28 car week in, week out?
I got to say thanks to, first of all, I got to say thanks to Cody for running this league. Thanks to Turn 3 Racing Network for broadcasting it. Roger, you guys do a good job here. Got to say thanks to Combs Cuts, Busher Drilling Services, Allcraft Manufacturing, Jake's Paint and Service, Anthony's Timber, Kevin's Hoosier Auto Repair. I got to say a big special thanks to everyone back in the Discord, Chip Bangers Racing. It's a newer team, and we got a lot of good guys in there that like to help each other a lot.
Well, there's Brandon Combs. He will round out our podium finishers here tonight. Congratulations on that. We know he would like to pick up the win, though, but that win tonight going to go to the driver that you see there, the Garvin Junction, number 11 Illinois of Brian Hacker. He picks up tonight's feature win here for the Rumble at the Grove, his third career win here with the Pro Late Model Dirt Series. So, well, it was a rough one. It was a good one if you were out front here, if you were Brian Hacker. But, man, race fans, we thank you for tuning in here tonight to watch the Pro Late Model Dirt Series. So for everybody at ShowMeDirt.com, the Pro Late Model Dirt Series, everybody at Marvel Welding, we thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's program. We will see you in 2 weeks' time at the Williams Grove Speedway.
The Pro Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by ShowMeDirt.com, Torque Grafixs, 107 Tire and Service Center, CoolRay Heating and Air Conditioning, Vortex Wraps, Damion Patton Real Estate, Houston Guttering, CK Racing, Evolution Rake Designs, Combs Cuts, Scott Morgan Flooring, Marvel Portable Welding, Jeykell Controls, Evolution Bodies, Collins Lawn Care, and Justin Sick Iracing Photos. The following has been a production of the Pro Late Model Dirt Series, not to be reused without permission or the written consent of the Pro Late Model Dirt Series in any way, shape, or form. We hope you've enjoyed this broadcast.